And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Okay, first graphic here showing some advisories and watches here. We've got a winter weather advisory out for eastern Norton Sound for snow and blowing snow there and several inches of snow. Winter weather advisory here for Bristol Bay for snow and mixed precipitation. Kind of a wintry mix will be going on there with some gusty winds. And the eastern Alaska Range for Tuesday, winter weather advisory there. And then a heavy snow watch here for the Kenai Peninsula. Western Kenai Peninsula up in toward the Anchorage area for a chance of some significant snowfall. And here over the Panhandle around Yakutat and the coastal areas in across the southern southeast coast, yellow shaded areas there, representing a high wind watch for Tuesday for winds possibly gusting above 60 miles per hour. Satellite imagery here showing low pressure weakening and shifting into British Columbia, clearing skies over the southeast coast today. Pretty good day over the interior here. Some areas of lower clouds and flurries for the eastern interior, mostly north of the Alaska Range on over to, south to Northway and Tok and up toward Eagle. And then areas of light snow continued for the Arctic coast and North Slope area. Front pushing moisture in with snow changing to rain here along the southwest coast with some light snow pushing into the inland areas of the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta. Some light rain down over the Alaska Peninsula and eastern Aleutian areas here along the trailing edge of that front. And clouds and snow pushing into St. Lawrence Island with thickening clouds there along the southern Seward Peninsula. Rolling that through again, you can see the main low back here to the west tracking eastward. And again, a lot of moisture down here to the south, another system developing down in that area. But on today's chart, high pressure, light winds, a lot of clear skies over the interior. Again, some lingering low clouds and flurries around the Fairbanks area, especially to the east toward Eagle, down toward Northway and Tok, mostly along the eastern Alaska Range and the north slopes. But clearing out over the Copper River Basin, clear skies into the Gulf of Alaska, Kodiak Island, all the way up across eastern Norton Sound, and then this front pushing the precipitation into the southwest coast. And this storm moving off to the south and clearing skies over the Panhandle. For tonight, that low's way down to the south and out of the picture now, so just a nice evening, overnight period with a few clouds around the southeast coast and light wind. Should stay clear over the North Gulf Coast. This front will push snow into the central interior areas with rain and snow back to the west and south with milder southwest flow behind that front coming off the Bering Sea. Look for some clearing for the north slope and still a chance of light snow for the central and eastern Arctic coast. And then for Monday, that front moves eastward here with snow pushing into northern Cook Inlet. South of there, Kenai Peninsula looking at a mixed precipitation pattern for tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon with mainly rain down around Seward, back into southern Cook Inlet, rain for Kodiak Island, and mixed rain or snow for Prince William Sound, but some light snow pushing into the Copper River Basin, then some showers over the Kuskokwim Valley back to the west, low pressure tracking up toward the Seward Peninsula there, and cold air coming down the backside of that system, pulling snowfall levels down to sea level all the way to the Pribilof Islands. This system here, that's going to be the next big weather producer here for the Gulf of Alaska into the Panhandle across all of the southern areas. As we'll see here in the next shot, that tracks northeastward, very tight gradient with that snow over much of the south and southeast interior of the state. Mixed precipitation up along the North Gulf Coast there into Prince William Sound, southern Kenai Peninsula areas. Rain starting to end for Kodiak Island, probably ending in the afternoon hours with that stronger northwest flow coming in, drier. Winds on the increase here, gale and storm force winds, gale force winds or storm force winds in the Gulf of Alaska and the offshore areas of the North Gulf Coast with good gales here along the coastline ahead of the front with rain on the increase there, possibly becoming heavy at times. Different story out here to the west, higher pressure building in over the eastern Bering Sea and the west coast areas, clearing it out with light winds there and some clearing. And then out to the west, we got this intense low pulling into the far western Bering Sea. That's going to bring storm force winds here to the western Aleutians eastward to about Amchitka Island with gale force winds along the front with some rain into Adak and Atka. Otherwise, Dry day with lighter winds for the Pribilof Islands. See those winds increase in the late afternoon and evening though. And a good day here over the Alaska Peninsula, eastern Aleutians by comparison. And for the lows tonight, anywhere from 5 above to 15 or 20 below here over the northeast interior. Much milder here, down to the mid-30s or up to the mid-30s along the southwest coast. Upper 30s Kodiak Island, 40s from the Pribilofs, mid-40s for the Alaska Peninsula, and lows mid-20s northern panhandle to 30s, mid to upper 30s to the south. Highs for tomorrow in the 40s for the southeast coast and 30s here, south central Alaska, but lower 40s for places like Nome, Seldovia, Anchor Point, mid-40s Kodiak Island, near 40 for Bristol Bay, 40 up along the southwest coast with temperatures generally above freezing pushing into the Kuskokwim Valley, and northward there, high forecast 32 for Nome, lower 20s in the Tanana Valley, and then 10 to 20 for the North Slope, Brooks Range, and Arctic coast. They'll be followed by lows, a little below zero there in the eastern Brooks Range area, otherwise teens and 20s for the Arctic coast, 10 to 15 in the central and eastern interior areas, and lows in the 20s, south central Alaska and the Panhandle. Looks like lows mostly in the 30s to lower 40s, followed by highs there, again in the 40s, and right around 30 for the Copper River Basin area with 30 south central Alaska, mid-40s Kodiak. Chilliest areas again up here over the north central interior to the Brooks Range and the eastern North Slope.